I'm looking forward to the game. I've just said to Sean that I would have rather been wearing that number 4 shirt. He just said he'd rather wear it anyway.
You've got a bit of a buzz. I've got a bit of a buzz. Here we go. Super Sunday. Match commentators Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
They want the first of 4 consecutive victories, which could still stop any note of triumph coming out of Old Trafford. For Ron Atkinson, a dilemma as to how best to replace the dependable Sean Teal, a decision that was partly influenced by the composition of the Manchester City side. List of City injured, which already includes Steve McMahon, Ian Brightwell and Andy Hill, and not forgetting Paul Lake as well. Niall Quinn went to hospital.
Scoring goals, vitally important that they impress themselves on Vonk and Keith Curle.
For referee Philip Don, it's the end of his Easter holidays today, back to his headmasterly duties in the West London area first thing tomorrow morning. 6 goals in his last 4 games against Aston Villa, including 4 here. Not really finding their targets, but that's better from Houghton towards Parker, and across came Curle. In that area, City might get to overrun. Good work by Atkinson coming from midfield. Here's Parker. Offside.
That's going to be a feature today, I feel, the offside. You see here, they like to push up. There they go. But Daley and Atkinson, and it's very close.
Simpson, Phelan's the extra man. With a shot on here for the left back. It's not a very good one.
You see the number 7's been taken away over there, but it's Fitzroy Simpson who creates the space. Leaves acres for Phelan to come into, but it's his first touch that let him down badly.
Altercation between White and Barrett. Richardson's through pass for Saunders. Dean Saunders can't. Goalkeeper there for Manchester City.
There's the space. You see, they get it right, and he does everything right in this position.
Who had a spell with City, shrugged aside by a former teammate. Trying to set up Quinn.
There was that excellent. The keeper stands up. He thinks he's slotted it.
Staunton to take. And Steve Staunton, who's scored twice for the Republic of Ireland, straight.
And he's got such good quality, Steve Staunton. He's capable of bending him into that area. And look how close that comes to embarrassing.
Here's White. 4 up for City. Quinn, Rick Holden, can he reach it? Not before Bosnich.
All in. And this is a lovely little cushion header. But Bosnich is very aware.
Veered away from Vonk for Parker to collect and to send Atkinson facing the goal.
And that is his strength. One of his major strengths in the game is his power and running ability at players.
Take charge at the free kick. They change the angle for him. It's round the wall, but low. And Coton getting most things behind it.
Yes, he did. He hits it well enough, but as you can see here from the angle, not well enough to trouble Tony Coton.
There's been experience recently at Old Trafford when Aston Villa, as we move to the half-hour mark, has brought Saunders for any sort of flick on, or for the deeper ball, which Simpson. A chance against Houghton, and sending Phelan in behind Cox here. Can Quinn reach it? He does! That's authentic Manchester City, authentic Niall Quinn, and Aston Villa are a goal behind at home. Ron Atkinson has to take it on the chin.
Play ball. Feeling space, but it's the quality of his cross. Inch perfect. And now Quinn doesn't miss those. It's the quality of the ball in that makes the job very easy for Niall Quinn.
Quinn will feel at the moment it's well worth working hard to spoil any celebrations of victory. Saunders. Can he take it beyond Vonk? All he gets is a corner. Going more towards the middle of the goal this time. It's dropped off the top of the net. It's a corner we've seen Aston Villa use, not just in this game, but York was the leading scorer last season. From their point of view, should get their minds clear of the need. Sean Teal and Peter Witt will be worried from the Aston Villa viewpoint, very worried indeed, because a goal here from a player who was only pass fit this morning. Very succinctly put into perspective by Houghton for Aston Villa. Daley loitering on the left. It's deflected, and Dean Saunders. Well, when you want a goal, a chance right on the goal line. It's a dream come true in his 12th match since his last goal. At the 11th hour, Dean Saunders starts scoring again.
And what a part the deflection plays. He looks to nick it and it gets a deflection off Ranson. No matter how bad your goal stat is at the moment, you're not going to miss these. In fact, it's almost gone in here. We can see as it just takes a deflection. It could even have been going into this far corner on its own, but no, it needed that vital touch from Saunders. Suffering Martin. You couldn't have asked for an easier chance than that, can you? And look at the delight. I suppose most of it's relief.
Breaks for Daley. Season.
Scored a fantastic volley here last season, you're right. But the problems arise from there is that how often we talk about when defenders let the ball bounce.
They certainly needed to improve. Parker. Well, if he'd been in a more confident vein of form. Houghton. Atkinson. That's Parker. Who scored?
Well, it looks close, this one, but I think you'll find that when he's hit that, Tony Coton makes a spectacular dive towards it, but he hits it with the outside of his left foot. And from the moment it leaves that, you can see it's always drifting wide of the goal.
Houghton and Parker leave it. Staunton tries for goal and might have found it, but for the...
It's crisper in an area where he's likely to get a goal. But Tony Coton in the...
Aston Villa here in the West Midlands.
Good pace on that, and good curl on the ball.
Now, goes for the cross. Oh, a handball! Keith Curle. It's a certain penalty. And what will Manchester United be saying about that?
I mean, it doesn't look any danger at all here as Curle goes up. But you see quite clearly the right hand goes up, knocks it away from Dalian Atkinson's head.
Which is why the job has gone to Garry Parker. Oh, and it got under. Coton, who beats the ground with frustration as Parker pumps the air in delight. And Aston Villa are in front by 2-1.
Did his team to get some luck, and they've certainly had it today. The first goal, a little deflection helped him. Keith Curle inexplicably sticking a hand up there, and Tony Coton comes oh so close.
Curle. This is Garry Flitcroft chasing on. This is Quinn going in. Unfortunately for Villa, McGrath was right alongside him. It's a question. And Garry Parker, who's played his part with the penalty. By his goal, Villa lead. Only their second. Flitcroft, who scored from a corner on Monday against Liverpool. Reid. Trying to bend it with the outside of the right foot. Went the wrong way, I think. Saunders sets his sights, and it's been a terrific contest between him and Coton. Goal against Aston Villa, that was 12 and a half years ago. Flitcroft, a more likely candidate to get on the target here.
Play with his back to goal as well, just holds it up. And Garry Flitcroft, maybe a little bit of tired legs here, just can't keep his shot down.
Cox coming in and making the ball his. Neil Cox! Well, really typifying.
Sort of the area when he broke through late on and didn't hit the target. And again, this is a more difficult chance.
Up of the one goal City have. Oh, and Vonk! I'm not sure it was going in.
Sleep. And they all follow the ball out, but Michael Vonk just nicks in behind Daley and Atkinson there. You can see it's not going in.
Staunton. Houghton is onside. And it's 3-1. Aston Villa finishing here on a very big high indeed. Ron Atkinson knows that all the anxieties in this match, and they've been considerable, are behind him.
Measures it outside of his left foot. They've got caught. You always sense that sometime they'll get caught square. And if there's one man you would want in that situation with a cool head, believe me, it would be Ray Houghton. He has a quick look. He knows he's onside. Look at that for a calm little half volley. Beautiful finish.
Houghton. Well, there might be more to come here. Atkinson, if he'd had more matches, if he'd had perhaps a more successful time in this match. And they have cut the gap back to 1 point again. A real revival here after Niall Quinn had given Manchester City the lead. But then Dean Saunders got his act together again early in the second half to really stimulate the recovery. Houghton also scored late in the half, but the turning point, the handball by Keith Curle, which gave Villa the penalty, and Garry Parker gave Villa the lead from the spot. The first Premier League season giving all football lovers a captivating conclusion.